since my wife died, when I was in the house there, there were things that made noises and signs that I knew that she was there.
Yeah.
I went one time, and I'll tell you, I had a blink camera downstairs that just kept going off, going off. So I go down, I turn it on and I look at it, man. This is the truth. And when I look at it, there's a white bird flying by, right by it. And I go downstairs, there was nothing downstairs, but I saw the bird on the video.
All right, let's move on and talk about somebody that I think we all three like, and that is Jerry Lawler. The King did not get his contract renewed with WWE. It doesn't really surprise me. Bill, does it surprise you?
No, I speak to the King regularly. He's still having some issues with his memory and his speech a little bit. And I think due to everything that's gone on with his health, WWE has decided, it's time at this point to just, keep him on a Legends contract, but not have him back as a broadcaster.
Teddy, your thoughts about the recent news?
Yeah, man, Jerry, him and I was always good friends, man, and always had a smile and a laugh every time you talked to him. I guess probably it's good for Jerry. I think his health is more important than him trying to come back here and trying to work, because this thing has certainly changed now, and it's at a real fast pace. And if you can't keep up, you ain't going to be around. So I think Jerry, he's always, as far as I know, a real smart guy, saved his money. So I don't think he's in bad shape at all. I think right now he needs to just worry about living the rest of his life.
Remember now, he's starting to, Tony Hunter is starting to book him at conventions again now.
Well, he's with the right guy. Tony Hunter is a guy that always books me, and Tony is a straight up promoter. They ain't one of these crooks, okay? We got them out there too. So like I said, that's good for Jerry. Tony will take care of him, and God bless Jerry, and I wish him much success.
Bill, any stories with Jerry Lawler you can share with us?
Oh, I have hundreds of them. I'm the guy who introduced him to Andy Kaufman.
Okay, we've heard that story, so give us a different one.
Well, why didn't you say that, man?
Right.
Oh.
I just did.
I go back. Jerry used to, when with the magazines, Jerry was so wanting to get publicity, he used to send me packages of pictures every week from his photographers there. So he even did, this was for the magazine. A lot of people don't know this. Remember that empty arena match that he had with Terry Funk?
Yeah.
Empty arena? That was done so he could get on the cover of the magazine, and the publisher of the magazine refused to put it on the cover because nobody knew, in his opinion, who Jerry Lawler was back then. It was a regional promotion. Yeah, had that been done in New York or in one of the major or in WWF or something, would have been a great cover shot, but it wound up inside.
Teddy, I remember a little piece of you and Lawler when you kind of called him out with his crown, and I think it was a line that Vince may have given you. What was that?
That's when I was a heel manager, and I had Rodney Mack and Mark Henry and several other guys, and I was doing the White Boy Challenge. And that thing was like, all I talked about is how the white man kept me down and held me back. So we got ready to go to Memphis, and so I had this promo that Vince had wrote, and I had that. Then I read it at first, and so I just started laughing. So I went on out and I started that promo, and I looked over at Jerry Lawler and I said to him, yeah, I know all these people here in Memphis, they look up to you, they think you're a king, but to me, Jerry Lawler, you're just another cracker with a crown.
Now, he didn't know that was coming, did he?
No.
So what was his response? I mean, could you see in his eyes any kind of, what he thought?
I think it was funny. You know what I mean? Because, this is our business. We know.
Yeah.
So I thought Jerry probably thought it was funny. He did joke about it when we went back.
One of my favorite books here is a little pamphlet with Jerry Lawler, Book of Insults. It's wonderful.
Really?
Yes.
Now, is that an actual book?
It's a pamphlet. It's about 8 or 9 pages or 10 pages. You could probably find it on Amazon. It wasn't. He did this back in the days that he was partnered with Jerry Jarrett back in the Memphis days. Yeah.
I've always thought that Jerry would probably make a ton of money if he just kind of put those one-liners over all those years into a book and kind of give the stories behind him and stuff like that, because he always had those one-liners ready for every match, every show. There was always something going to come out of his mouth that was going to be hilarious.
There was one night after the Kaufman Letterman show that Jerry wanted to meet Rodney Dangerfield as one of his heroes. So we went down to Dangerfield's, and Red Fox was the starring act. We walked in, and there's Dangerfield at the bar, looks at Jerry, and he says, "Hey, you and Kaufman were great last night, I'm telling you." And he did all those pictures you see of Jerry with Dangerfield. I took it at Dangerfield. He finally got to meet his hero. That was his hero.
That is very cool. Very cool. And Jerry, we hope
very
that
cool.
speedy recovery and the process you're going through right now. We know you watch, and we appreciate it. And speaking of watching, hey guys, we appreciate you very much here at the Wrestling Time Machine, mainly because we love what we do. We love talking about the different things that we do, the different events that are going on in the news, and kind of putting our spin on it. And we appreciate everything that you do for us. But you can do us one big favor. Go down below, hit that subscribe button. Just click on that thing, hit the notifications as well. So anytime we have brand new content, it'll be right there in your box waiting for you. Next question. I want to talk about Hulk Hogan real fast. He's claiming now that Roddy Piper sent him a voicemail from beyond the grave.
What?
I'm not kidding when I say this either. I am not kidding when I say this.
I love that reaction.
He says, quote, "It was a voice message that came 2 days after Roddy died. And it goes, 'I'm just loving you, my brother. Just walking with Jesus. Walking with Jesus and loving you, my brother.'" That's the message he got from Roddy Piper. He claims 2 days after his death from beyond the grave.
Well, Hulk Hogan has become a born-again Christian.
Yes.
So this goes along with his belief. Whether that actually took place in reality, I don't know. But if anybody could send a message to anyone from wherever he is, it would have been Roddy Piper.
Daddy. Just based on when I first started talking about this, I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are. Hulk Hogan getting that nothing up.
Well, I really don't have any really thoughts. I mean, when Bill explained to me that now that Hogan has become this born again Christian, sometimes when people find the Lord, things happen for them. So I'm saying this may have happened. Spirits. I mean, I believe in spirits. You know what I mean? I really do.
I do too. I'm with you. I believe there are spirits.
Well,
I believe there's something out there. But
well, since my wife died, when I was in the house there, there were things that made noises and signs that I knew that she was there. Yeah. I went one time, and I'll tell you, I had a blink camera downstairs that just kept going off. So I go down, I turn it on and I look at it, man. This is the truth. And when I look at it, there's a white bird flying right by it. And I go downstairs, there was nothing downstairs, but I saw the bird on the video.
See, I believe my father used to tell me a story when my mom passed away that this clock that we had in the den above the TV never worked. The entire time they had it. It was just an antique that they had over the years, and it was sitting on the mantle. And he said after she died, the little pendulum started going. And it would go on for a few seconds and cut off. There were no batteries in the clock, and he swore by it. And that's what makes me think there's something out there, some connection. Yeah. But I'm just not sure I'm getting a voicemail 2 days after somebody passes away, from the grave.
Well, that's why I say I don't know. I ain't gonna knock it. You know what I mean?
No.
You said a voicemail. It wasn't a voicemail. It was a.
No. It was a voicemail. It was an actual voicemail.
Is that what he said?
Yes. No, there's actually, I think he played it, if I'm not mistaken.
And the text message goes, "I'm just loving you, my brother. I'm just walking with Jesus and loving you, my brother." I was like.
He actually had the audio clip of the piece from Roddy Piper.
Wow.
Which tells me, look, it's more than likely that Roddy may have sent him that message before he passed away. And for whatever reason, it just got through to him a couple of days later. Maybe his phone had turned off and there wasn't any power, so there was no transfer of the message to Hulk. Who knows?
So
but
you're a lawyer now.
I'm just trying to give people, options out there. Look, we're out of time. Teddy, anything coming up? All three of us have something coming up. By the time you see this, we're probably going to be on our way to St. Louis for the SICW Fan Fest. That's coming up May 17th and 18th. Friday night starts with Bill Apter's one-man show. And, of course, on the guest list is Mr. Teddy Long.
Yeah.
And
that's why it's called the one-man show. I'm going to be the only person that will put up with Bill and come on there. The one
I got
only.
the checkbook right here, Teddy. I got
the checkbook. Yeah, and by the way, those tickets, I believe, are almost sold out. So if you haven't got your tickets now,
18 tickets left.
18 tickets left. So you want to see that, or you want to see the
place only seats 20.
Well, yeah, actually, I was told it only seated 10. They just expected 10 of them wouldn't show up. All right, let's see. Teddy, anything for you coming up?
No.
Okay. Bill, anything else for you coming up?
No, just St. Louis.
Just St. Louis. St. Louis. We'll see you soon. We look forward to it, too.
Yeah, please close out.
I'm closing out because your echo in that room is driving me crazy. I'm Mac Davis. That is WWE Hall of Famer Mr. Peanut Head Theodore Long, and of course, pro wrestling journalist Mr. Bill Apter. We'll see you again next week.
Maybe that echo is a message from somebody.
Yeah, I was getting a voicemail.
What?
I was getting a voicemail.
What? I'm out of here. See you next week.